Good morning again, students. Now, we did the population chapter, we are on it, and we did the factors which are controlling the population of various areas. Now, the next topic which we're going to touch upon is the age composition as to what number of people are falling in which age groups. Like, so we have divided the entire population into three age groups: 0 to 14 years, 15 to 59 years, and 60 and above. Now, the people who are from 0 to 14 years, they're basically school going children, and therefore they come under the category of dependents. 15 to 59 years is the working population which is earning for their family and for their household. And then at the age of 60, they generally are considered as dependent again, because they leave their jobs and they become old, and therefore the retirement age of the government is also 60. So we put them again in the category of dependent. Now, as far as India is concerned, most of our population falls between 15 to 59 years. That means we are a working population, which becomes an asset for any country. Now, when I say asset means it is something very, very important for a country to have a working population, because maximum people are working, therefore they are earning. When they are earning, that means the economy of the country is increasing. Dependent population is not an asset, it is a liability, it is a responsibility of the country, because these people are not earning and they have to be taken care of, whether medically or education wise or financially, they have to be taken care of. So any country which has more of 0 to 14 will have a bright future, because finally they will come into this group and start working. And any country which has more of this group has also a bright future, because they will be working for their country and therefore they will be earning for their country. But any country which has aging population, that means 60 and above, or very recently coming into 60 and above, that country is or has a lot of liability for the future generations. Japan falls under this third category, that is 60 and above. It has an aging population, and therefore the liability and the responsibility of the government increases many-fold, many times. India falls in this category where we have the maximum working population, and we can make use of this working population for our economy and for our future. And that is why we are lucky for the timing. If for the next 10-15 years the country works properly, the economy of the country will increase, plus it will also add to the development of the country. So high working population is an ascent. Now, if number of children are more, that is a young population, and therefore future dependency ratio will be high if this population turns into 60 and above. Apart from the age composition, we also have to talk about the ratio between male and female, which is called as the sex ratio. Now, sex ratio is worked out with the number of females present per 1,000 males. So, if there are 1,000 males, if we take 1,000 males as to 1,000 males, how many number of females are there? That is called as the sex ratio. And depending upon the sex ratio, the status of a woman is decided in a country. Generally, what happens is, in the rural areas and in the developing country, female infanticide or feticide is very, very common. That means the child is killed during the pregnancy time, or when the child is born and it is found that it's a female child, it is killed. So female infanticide, feticide is very, very common in Asian countries. Apart from that, there's domestic violence against women. So the sex ratio decides the position of women in any countries, and Asian countries has a low sex ratio. When I talk about Asian countries, I'm talking about countries like China, India, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, Afghanistan. They have less number of females per 1,000 males, which tells us that majorly the position of women is not very strong in these countries. The next topic is our rural and urban population. Of course, the people are traveling, or there's a flow of people from a rural area to an urban area. Now, rural area is your villages and urban is your cities. So people try to move from villages towards the cities, that is from a rural to an urban population. So we have a flow of people from rural to urban, because they have a better life opportunity in major cities, better education, better job opportunities, better standard of living, better medical facilities, good transport systems, more exposure for their children, so that they get to learn lot more than what they get to learn in villages. So a rural urban population ratio is also studied when a population is studied for any country. Now this is all about it. We have some pyramids here given in your book. These are pyramids which are population pyramids. This is one pyramid which now this pyramid, or a triangular shaped diagram, which you can see in your book on page 19. This is a graphic method to show the age and the sex ratio together. Now in this population, the lower, that is, if you can see 0 to 4, 5 to 9, 10 to 14, these people are, or this age group is more, and as the age increases, the number of people keep becoming less. That means this country has a bright future after a few years, because these children will grow up and they will be the working population of this country. And when they will be a proper population, growing population or working population in this country has more development in future. And if you see that here the dependent population is less, but here the dependent population for the time being is less, and the working population is very less. So presently this country does not have a lot of economic development, but later in the years the development will keep on increasing. If you see another pyramid, this is the US pyramid, which is constant. That means, Germany pyramid. Let's do this first. The USA pyramid, which is a constant pyramid. If you see number of, or the amount of population in the lower years is less, then we have a good working population and a less dependent population in the old age. So this is a constant. That means the number of people who will keep working will almost remain the same, and slowly the dependent population will keep becoming less.